Guys, so I'm here with my May favourites video. Sorry it's a little bit delayed. I should have really recorded these videos last weekend, but I basically just I didn't feel like it. I had zero motivation. It was so weird. I didn't want to do anything. So yeah, May favourites. A few really good favourites for May. First of all, my nails are definitely a favourite for May. I don't know if you can, how well you'll see, but they're like this beautiful, super glittery blue, and I am obsessed. I've had a fair few compliments on them so far. I had them done just before going to London. So, as always, I'll start with my favourite book of the month, and I think that would have been The Blue Castle by Ellen Montgomery. I talked about this in my wrap up, but Ellen Montgomery is the author that wrote Anne of Green Gables, which is one of my favourite stories of all time, and I picked up The Blue Castle because I didn't know an awful lot about it, and I'm so glad that I did, because it's about a heroine that's slightly older than Ellen Montgomery's normal heroines, and she's had a bit of a downtrodden life. She's just had, I think, her 30th birthday, and her family just literally, they put her down all the time. She's the butt of everyone's joke, and she just lives a life of drudgery, really. But she gets some news that she might not have sort of forever to live, so it changes her whole outlook on life. She becomes much more outspoken. She says what she thinks. She doesn't let anyone actually make her the butt of their joke anymore. And it just opens up all these doors for her and the chance of new life and romance. And it was just really, really enjoyable. I'm so glad I picked it up. I really smiled when I read this book. So yeah, this was definitely my favourite book of the month. I do have I have two favourite movies for the month, really. The first one was Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile, which I read towards the beginning of the month, which is the Zac Efron Ted Bundy film. Now, there's been a bit of controversy about this film, saying that basically it glamorizes like serial murder and glamorizes Ted Bundy, which I think is a little bit unfair, because if we want to get real, like, the state of Florida glamorized Ted Bundy when they decided to make his trial a live trial. Like, so if you want to talk about the glamorizing of it, that happened many years ago. But if you actually watch the movie, Zac Efron is brilliant in that movie. It's a little bit unnerving because me and my brother both watched it, but not together, so we like both watched it and then talked about it, and it is uncanny, like, particularly when he has the facial hair and everything. He looks a lot like him, and he's picked up on mannerisms and patterns of speech, and I mean, he's done an amazing job of like acting, being Ted Bundy. And even Lily James's performance as this woman who's, you know, who knows him and is dragged down by so much guilt and how it affects her life. It was a really fantastic movie, and it really doesn't sort of glamorize the murders, I don't think, because it doesn't actually go into much detail about the murders. You don't see any of these bodies, you don't see, you know, the murders, the attacks, you don't see that. It really does sort of focus on him and how he lies and his personality, and it was fascinating to watch. Like, as I was watching it, I was like, because I've watched a lot of documentaries over the years on Ted Bundy, and, you know, I don't want to say I know everything because that's an exaggeration, but, you know, I know the story, I know the facts, you know, and to watch it, I thought it was really well done, and it was quite just sinister, and I thought it was a really well done movie, and I've been waiting for a long time to watch it, because I think it was a couple of years ago they started bringing out like promo shots of Zac Efron and like Jim Parsons and John Malkovich as well. Like, it was really good. If you haven't watched it, I recommend watching it, because I thought it was really good. And then, by complete contrast, my second favourite movie of the month was Aladdin. Shay and I went to the cinema to see it, I think the week after it came out. But we went, and I had a lot of reservations. I have a lot of reservations about every Disney remake because, you know, as a child I grew up with all the animated classics, so they are essentially my childhood. So when they remake them, it's like, don't fuck with my childhood, you know. But so far I've been pleasantly surprised with each you know, live action remake. And I know everyone's skeptical about Will Smith as the genie, as was I, because Robin Williams, the part of the genie is just iconic. You can't replace it. And what I liked about Will Smith as the genie, I actually did enjoy it, was one, because he can actually sing, and two, he doesn't try to be Robin Williams. Like he tries to like have the spirit of Robin Williams, but doesn't try to just copy it. He tries to bring his own take to it, and he definitely does that. And I think he should be acknowledged in his own right for his performance as a genie, because I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun, and the whole cinematography, the colours, like the vibrancy of the film is really good. And I do think that they've sort of built on the original for, you know, a more modern audience, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I came out of there like singing, like even now, like over a week later, I still just randomly keep going, he has 75 golden camels. Like, why do I keep doing that? But I do keep doing that. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Would recommend going to see it, because it was good fun, which is what a Disney movie should be. Like, so many people take it so seriously, like, oh, grow up, like just enjoy the movie and move on, like, honestly. Feel a little bit about that. Moving on to more favourites for the month. London. Shay and I went to London together on the 24th of May. I did vlog the day. Really fun day. We literally went to Oxford Street, did a little bit of shopping, and then we explored the British Museum. We barely scratched the surface of the British Museum, but I have wanted to go to the British Museum for the longest time, and I've never got there, but I'm so glad we went. We got to see the massive statue from Easter Island, which I think is probably my favourite thing I saw in the museum, because it's just so, like, I don't know, just something about it just really drew me in. I loved it. I loved the Egyptian exhibit, but like I said, I didn't get to see everything. You would need several trips to see it all, but yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed my trip to London for the British Museum, and I also tried when we were in the pub there, Lily's rhubarb cider. Oh my god, like, I need to find that like in a local pub somewhere, because it was delicious. If you can try it, I recommend trying it. So then another favourite of the month of May is this bad boy. I finally bit the bullet and got a Nintendo Switch. I have wanted a Nintendo Switch since they came out, but like I've just like been like no, but like kept seeing them, and then it went on offer that I could get the Switch and I could also get it with my favourite game of life, which is Mario Kart. So Mario Kart by itself is like a £50 game. It's always expensive. It always holds its price on whichever sort of console you're playing it on, but I managed to get that and that together for the price of the Switch. So really happy. I've been playing this. I'm not currently playing it online. I am just sort of, you know, playing it like myself, but yeah, really enjoying this, and I'm definitely enjoying it like in the handheld console mode. I've only played it through the TV once, so yeah, for me the console format is the handheld format even is my favourite, but Mario Kart 8 is just so fun. I literally love this game so much. I tend to always, historically, when I played it on the Wii, I always played as Luigi, but I've been playing as Princess Peach. I don't know why, but there you go. It's one of those funny little things. And another favourite for this month is this, and it's the Toy Story Alien Funko Pop. As you guys know, I love Funko Pops. I've toned down how many I buy now purely through space reasons. Get it? Space reasons. Anyway, But when I saw that they were bringing out a Toy Story Alien one, I had to have this. I love the Toy Story Aliens. I have always loved the Toy Story Aliens, so I had to have the Funko Pop version of the Alien. I just did, like, and I've been sharing back and forth with Charlie from Duvet Day Devours all the different Alien things that are now out and about, because she is also an Alien fan. So there you go. One other favourite that I got from London, which I forgot to mention, as well as doing the British Museum, I did the Disney store in London, and I was like a child. If you follow me on Instagram, there's a lot of pictures of me in the Disney store in London. I loved it. And I didn't buy an awful lot in the Disney store, surprisingly, but what I did buy was this. It's a plush cuddly toy of Minnie Mouse, and she is dressed like the Queen, cape and all, or robe I should say, and it says Disney Store London on her foot, and I just love her. I don't want to get makeup on her, but I love her. She is like my favourite thing that I bought in London. And then my last favourite for the month of May is like makeup related, and it's this. It's the BH Cosmetics Love Signs palette, and it looks like this, and it's just a really nice palette because there's so much choice. I don't know how well, I don't want to blind you guys with the mirror, but it's just got a lot of choice of colours in here. It's just not like a basic palette, and I love that these beige shadows are stunning. They are really, really stunning, and I love that you've basically got a matte that goes with each one, but you can also mix and match them. But it's just not only is it a beautiful palette, but it's also easy. Like, you don't have to think too much about what you're going to do. You can create something without like trying too hard. But yeah, stunning. Really, really love this palette. And that, I think, guys, is all of my favourites for the month of May. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all soon.